नमस्कार, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है गाइस आपके अपनी चैनल KFCS पर। तो गाइस आज का जो डिस्कशन है बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त होने वाला है और सबसे पहले मैं आप लोगों को धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा। आप लोगों का सपोर्ट है वो बहुत बढ़िया रहा है। उसके अलावा जो लोग एशियन गेम्स को बहुत ज़्यादा क्लोज़ली फ़ॉलो कर रहे होंगे, उनके चेहरे पे आज खुशी होगी सुबह से ही, क्योंकि जिस तरह का गेम खेला इंडियन टीम ने बहुत मज़ा आया, बहुत ज़बरदस्त। और यशस्वी जायसवाल इस खिलाड़ी की बात जितनी बार करें वो कम है। क्या ज़बरदस्त ये प्लेयर है यशस्वी जायसवाल जिन्होंने आज शतक लगाया और इस खिलाड़ी को जब हम देखते हैं तो देख के ऐसा लगता नहीं कि इतने एग्रेसिव माइंडसेट के साथ खेलेंगे जो कि फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस होते हैं, लगता है कि भाई प्लेयर आएगा और कुछ कर जाएगा। तो कहीं न कहीं यशस्वी जायसवाल जिन्होंने अपने गेम को इम्प्रूव किया है, हम बात करेंगे यशस्वी जायसवाल की भी और साथ के साथ रिंकू सिंह उनकी भी बात करनी बहुत ज़रूरी है क्योंकि रिंकू सिंह ने वो इम्पोर्टेंट रन्स दिए, जो कि मुझे लगता है नेपाल की टीम जिस मार्जिन से वो हारी है, मैच जीत सकती थी अगर जहाँ पे रिंकू सिंह अगर छोड़ देते उस मैच को और टीम इंडिया अगर 200 रन नहीं बनाती तो मैं समझता हूँ वहाँ से नेपाल के लिए जो है मैच निकालना बड़ा आसान हो जाता। तो आज का जो बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त अगर मैं कहूँ बैटिंग की है वो है रिंकू सिंह और यशस्वी जायसवाल। इनकी वजह से जो है टीम इंडिया ने एक ऐसा स्कोर खड़ा किया जो कि 200 रन्स मुश्किल होते हैं, क्वार्टर फाइनल था और कहीं न कहीं ये भी बात चल रही थी कि यार नेपाल की टीम तो बहुत दिनों से टाइम स्पेंड कर रही है, यहाँ पे खेल रही है, लेकिन इंडियन टीम के सामने जब खेलने आएगी तो चैलेंजेस होंगे। ऐसा नहीं है कि ये वो इंडियन टीम है जहाँ जसप्रीत बुमराह है, शमी है, अश्विन है, जडेजा है, आपको हार्दिक पांड्या मिल जाएँगे, ऊपर रोहित कोहली है। तो ये बिल्कुल न्यू टीम है और इनमें कुछ प्लेयर्स थे जो अच्छा खेलते थे, जिनके अंदर प्रॉमिस था और उन्होंने दिखाया भी है कि फ्यूचर जो है इंडिया का बहुत ब्राइट है, ब्राइट हैंड्स में होगा और रिप्लेस करने को रेडी हैं टी20 वर्ल्ड कप का ऑडिशन कह सकते हैं इस एशियन गेम्स को क्योंकि जब ये वर्ल्ड कप खत्म हो जाएगा 50-50 का, तो टी20 पे फ़ोकस ज़्यादा रहेगा। तो जब टी20 पे फ़ोकस होगा तो यशस्वी जायसवाल का नाम सबसे पहले मेरे को लगता है आएगा। क्योंकि जब आप ईशान किशन और यशस्वी जायसवाल को रखेंगे तो एक वक़्त पे लगेगा कि यार स्ट्राइक रेट के हिसाब से तो यशस्वी जायसवाल ऊपर है। तो यशस्वी जायसवाल ने अपने आप को बहुत अच्छा आज बैटिंग की है, बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त बल्लेबाज़ी की बाकी सारे प्लेयर्स धीरे-धीरे खेल रहे थे, यहाँ तक कि ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ जो कि आईपीएल खेलते हैं, काफ़ी ज़्यादा आईपीएल खेला है इन्होंने अगर यशस्वी जायसवाल के कंपैरिज़न में। लेकिन फिर भी यशस्वी जायसवाल फँसे-फँसे दिख रहे थे, मज़ा नहीं आ रहा था उनकी बैटिंग देख के जितना बैटिंग देख के मज़ा आ रहा था यशस्वी जायसवाल का। जायसवाल एक तरफ से रन्स बना रहे थे और प्रेशर रिलीज़ कर रहे थे, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ से उन्हें साथ भी नहीं मिल रहा था, ये भी रियलिटी है। बात करें तिलक वर्मा की तो मैं कहूँगा अनफॉर्च्यूनेट लेकिन तिलक वर्मा जो है अ, अगर मैं बात करूँ इस साल जितनी भी टी20s खेली है, 1 से 2 इनिंग्स अच्छी आई है, उसके बाद उनकी जो है लगातार फ्लॉप रही हैं। तो तिलक वर्मा मैं समझता हूँ अपनी पोज़ीशन को वेस्ट कर रहे हैं क्योंकि तिलक वर्मा जिस पोज़ीशन पे खेल रहे हैं वहाँ पे और भी प्लेयर्स हैं जो कि खेल सकते हैं और मैं समझता हूँ जहाँ पे तिलक वर्मा को आज खेलने का मौका मिला है, राहुल त्रिपाठी एक और नाम है जो कि सामने आता है। तो बहुत डिसअपॉइंटेड थे कि तिलक वर्मा ने अच्छा परफ़ॉर्म नहीं किया ऋतुराज गायकवाड ऑलमोस्ट रन ए बॉल खेल रहे थे लेकिन अच्छी पार्टनरशिप की ओपनिंग में। उसके बाद शिवम दुबे ने अच्छी हिटिंग की, जिस हिटिंग की ज़रूरत थी। जितेश शर्मा जल्दी आए और चले गए तो हालाँकि इस टाइम सिचुएशन ऐसी थी कि जितेश शर्मा अगर विकेट पे एक साइड खड़े रहते तो शायद रन्स इतने बन जाते इससे थोड़ा बहुत ज़्यादा हो सकता था लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि स्कोर अच्छा बना है और नेपाल की टीम ने भी अच्छा खेला है। नेपाल को भी आपको कहना होगा कि प्रॉमिसिंग टीम है, आने वाले 4 से 5 साल में ये टीम कुछ कर दिखाएगी। तो नेपाल की टीम को मैं यही कहूँगा कि आप क्वार्टर फाइनल तक आए, लीग स्टेजेस से निकल के और आपने जो एक रिकॉर्ड बनाया है आपके प्लेयर्स ने, आपकी टीम ने, वो नाम हमेशा याद रहेगा जब भी एशियन गेम्स का ज़िक्र होगा कि एशियन गेम्स में हमने क्रिकेट की टीम भेजी थी, तो वो पहला जो मैच था, वो नेपाल ने 314 रन बनाए। दीपेंद्र सिंह ऐरे ने 9 गेंदों में अर्धशतक लगाया। कुशल मल्ला ने शतक लगाया। तो 30 गेंदों में 34 गेंदों में शतक आया। तो मैं समझता हूँ अपना नाम बना चुके हैं। अब नेपाल की टीम जो है धीरे-धीरे ग्रो करेगी। अभी एशिया कप में उन्हें हमें देखने को मिला है। टी20 वर्ल्ड कप में भी देखने को जल्दी मिलेगा। तो मैं समझता हूँ एक प्रॉमिसिंग टीम है। आने वाले समय में नेपाल एक अच्छा क्रिकेटिंग टीम बन के उभरेगी। तो ओवरऑल कांग्रेचुलेशंस टीम इंडिया, बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त आपने गेम दिखाया। और स्पेशली यशस्वी जायसवाल, रिंकू सिंह अगेन बार-बार ठकठका रहे हैं दरवाज़ा इंडियन टीम का कि अब आप बहुत जल्द जो है रिंकू सिंह को भी देखेंगे मिडिल ऑर्डर में, क्योंकि हम मिडिल ऑर्डर में एक अच्छा बल्लेबाज ढूंढ रहे हैं। लेफ्ट हैंड बैट्समैन इंडिया ढूंढता है कि यार एक लेफ्ट हैंड बैट्समैन हो जो आकर रन्स बनाए, क्योंकि अगर हम इंडियन टीम के सेटअप की बात करें तो पहले सेटअप में रैना, जडेजा, युवराज सिंह, ये तीन लेफ्टीज हुआ करते थे। और ऊपर गौतम गंभीर भी तीसरे नंबर पे खेला करते थे। तो लेफ्टीज आजकल कम हो गए हैं और लेफ्टीज की आवश्यकता पड़ती है। और जब लेफ्ट एंड राइट हैंड कॉम्बिनेशन खेल रहा होता है तो वो अपोनेंट टीम के लिए सिरदर्द जरूर बन जाता है। तो मेरे को लगता है उस लिहाज से यशस्वी जायसवाल और रिंकू सिंह जो है अच्छे तैयार हो रहे हैं और इंडियन टीम का जो है फ्यूचर ब्राइट है। तो देखते हैं। तो हमारे साथ व्यूअर जुड़ चुके हैं। सो हेलो राहुल, हाउ आर
Hi
यू?
Kunal, yeah, I'm doing good.
So Rahul, good news. Finally, Indian team qualifies, but few things that we have to address. Before that, we have to celebrate with a clap of Yashasvi Jaiswal's century. First
Yeah,
Asian Games.
absolutely. Yeah, great century.
If we talk about SSP Jaiswal, not only he made a century, actually he put the run rate in control. Because of SSP Jaiswal, how I saw the highlights. In highlights, I see only SSP Jaiswal was there who was thinking about run rate. He was maintaining the run rate till then he was batting, and very unusual instances in the match was there. Yashasvi Jaiswal took pick out helmet two times. One was he thought that it was six, then he thought that it was 100. But now when it was 99, then at single he took the 100. But what a dream, Rahul, for this player. First
Yes,
Test match,
absolutely.
you made a 150 plus. First T20 in Asian Games, very pressure. All the millions of billions of people, you have pressure that you have to go to the gold medal. So because already women have taken uh, taken the gold medal. So how you think, Rahul, bright future of SSV Jaiswal for Team India?
Yes, Jaiswal has a very bright future for Team India. He's everywhere he goes, he's performing pretty much, and he's starting off with a bang. Be it in Test cricket for India, now Asian Games T20 match. I know it's against Nepal, but still, mm, it's enough to attract a lot of eyeballs. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. But Rahul, when we talk about Yashasvi Jaiswal, we have to talk about Rinku Singh also, because the way Rinku Singh finished the match along with Shivam Dubey, that made a score difference, because Nepal just lost the match just by 23 runs. Actually, Nepal, if we talk about Dipender Singh Array, he hit three ball, three sixes. At one time, I thought might be we can lose this match, might be, because Nepal was in very aggressive mode. And you should remember that this Nepal is that type of team who made a record in this Asian Games. 314 and 9 ball 50 runs is Dipender Singh Eric, who made 3 ball 3 sixes today.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I thought Nepal was in the game, even though the target was 203. I actually thought Nepal was in the game, and they came pretty close considering they had a very slow start to the run chase. Like, I think for the first 10 overs or something, they're only going at 7 runs and over. It was 77 for 4 in 11 overs. At that point, it looked like game over, but they really fought back very well. Dipender Singh and Sundeep Jora, even Karan Casey towards the end, they both played fantastic and really brought Nepal closer than we expected. Yeah, actually, it looked very winnable for Nepal at one stage, even though 8 wickets had gone. If you look at the equation, 47 of 17 balls, it's not in T20 cricket, especially in modern day T20 cricket, that's not out of reach completely.
Yeah. Okay, so there is comment from Avinav is saying that match timing was good. Yes, 6:30. He enjoyed the match and then goes to office. Yeah, so very good morning for you. A Monday morning.
Yes, absolutely. For me, it was a Sunday night,
Yeah.
more like Monday night. Yeah.
So good game actually. But Rahul, what you will say about Tilak Verma again? Means if we talk about the stats of Tilak Verma this year T20, I think only two good innings is there out of 6-7 matches. Only two.
To be frank, Tilak Verma still hasn't played much for India, so they're hoping that he will fulfill his potential at some point and start getting the big scores. His international career is still young. He has time to learn.
Yeah, of course. And now, when we come to next match, that was starting from 11:30. I thought that Pakistan is okay, got out, but thanks to Amar Zamal, the way Amar Zamal have made a good score, a decent score of 140, and good bowling performance again from Pakistan that helped somehow to qualify. At one stage, we are thinking that might be Hong Kong will qualify because Pakistan was six out before 100 runs.
Yes, absolutely. It looked like Pakistan was in trouble, and an upset was on our way, but really the lower order contributed well for Pakistan. Amir Jamal, Arafat Minhas, both of them played very well. Even Asif Ali played his role and helped Pakistan get out of trouble.
Yeah, of course. Okay, okay. Yeah, Avinav, we will have a good talk about the warm up games also. He's saying that no warm up game from India, so India will do warm up against Australia. Oh, come on, don't do warm up against Australia, otherwise, Australia will pick the World Cup.
If we play like warm up game against Australia, our World Cup is starting on a very bad note.
Yes,
If you want to know the truth. Unfortunately, we don't have any practice games, but luckily we have played and won the Asia Cup, and then we won the ODI series against Australia. So we've had enough matches before these practice games. Hopefully, we will carry that confidence into the tournament.
Rahul, can you confirm me warm up matches stats is added or just for
Warm-up
practice? I
matches
confirm.
don't count. Stats don't count for official purposes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
They do not count.
yeah. Okay, great. Okay, now well done, Pakistan. Anyhow, you managed to come in, but I think this is the last day for Pakistan that they win it. I think in semi-final he will not be able to win it because tomorrow the match is different. Our first match, of course, a good match, Afghanistan versus Sri Lanka. If we talk about both the teams as great. Of course, if we compare to Sri Lanka and Afghanistan, Afghanistan looking quite promising.
Yes, absolutely. Both teams have some talent. Of course, Afghanistan, I think they look maybe a little more experienced, especially the bowling attack. A little more experience is there. Kais Ahmad, Zahir Khan, and Farid Malik, they've all played a lot of franchise cricket before in T20 cricket, as well as Afsar Zazai and Mohammad Shahzad. They too have played. There is also Gulbadin Naib and Karim Janat, who cannot be taken for granted. We saw glimpses of Gulbadin Naib and Karim Janat at the uh, Asia Cup. So they're here in this squad. They can definitely bring some experience to the table. Sri Lanka's squad is actually looking a little less experienced, although a lot of them are LPL players, like
Yeah,
Lasit Kruspule. Uh, I don't know the pronunciation. Siobhan Daniel, uh, and many others. Sahan Arichige, Nimesh Vimukti, Lahiru Udara, Sachita Jain Tilake, Vijayakant Vyaskant, Lahiru Samarakun. a lot of players who have come from the LPL and made it into the national into this national team. So
Yeah, of
these
course.
are some of the names that I am familiar with.
Yes, of course. If you talk about Lasit Corpuscle, is a good player actually. Shevon Daniel, Ehsan Bandara, uh, Lahiru Udara, he can also bat. But if we talk about other bowlers, bowlers are not looking quite experienced. But I am thinking that Afghanistan is favorite in this match, according to squad, on paper.
Yeah, on paper, I think Afghanistan is looking a lot better. That's pretty
Mohammad
unusual.
Shehzad, Mohammad Shehzad, if he
I mean,
come in his own way,
it
then he
is
can make century.
quite unusual. You don't often see Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan and think Afghanistan is a favorite to win.
But
So
this time it's looking.
yeah, Sri Lanka is looking like the underdog in this.
Yeah, of course. Of course, we will not take so much time in this discussion, but yes, uh, good match, and I am hoping that might be India versus Afghanistan is there. Might be in a semi-final, India and Afghanistan is going to play. I guess
Yeah,
what I am
very
thinking.
likely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's come to an comment of Abhinav also. Otherwise, he will be angry. That is, I'm not talking his comments. So okay. Yeah, this is also a good question. He's saying why Babar is playing aggressive in main matches. He is playing like a test match. First of all, Avinav, I want to tell you that when in practice games, teams are making experiment. So why not you are going and gain some confidence? They are experimenting. Warner, Smith, Labuschagne, they are they are giving you so many overs. No, Adam Zampa is playing. So I think this was the best time for Iftikhar Ahmed and Babar Azam to gain confidence. I think Babar Azam gained confidence from this match. He's not going for runs. He's going for confidence actually.
Mm. To be frank, it's also the match situation because Babar Azam came to bat with the score at 83 for 4 in 15 overs. So at that point, Pakistan needed to chase between 7 to 8 runs and over. That was the requirement. So Babar Azam had to play this fast innings in order to give Pakistan a good chance of overhauling the chase.
And one big thing is also there in the toss. Shadab Khan told uh, that Babar Azam is not going to play because I am a captain of the team. Today, Babar Azam will take rest. But think about the mentality of Babar Azam that he don't think about that I am today I am in rest. I will not going to play. I will give the situation to the team that you come and you go. But I think this was a great decision from Babar Azam that suppose if Babar Azam in that place that he's alone in the wicket and Pakistan is four down. So in that case, also Babar Azam will be there, and I think Iftikhar Ahmed will be there with Babar Azam. The where they are playing, I guess this was a good practice for Babar Azam. Win or loss does not matter in practice match. In practice match, what matters is the intent. I think Babar Azam intent is quite positive in India on two matches. What I have seen personally.
Yeah, definitely. He's shown some good intent with the bat so far. He'll have to show that in the regular tournament as well.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so yeah, he's saying that India has bad luck. जय शाह रेन वाली जगह पे तो जेल करो मैच बॉलर ऑफ द ईयर yeah of course this is very unfortunate but one thing is also there Abhinav you are a fan of Rohit Sharma and Rohit Sharma is saying that doesn't matter practice match doesn't matter for me we are already ready to play the World Cup this was the type of statement from your captain so if your captain doesn't think that much so what you will say to BCCI I think India doesn't think about that. Even Kohli is not there with the team for today's match. India versus
Mm.
Netherlands.
Yeah, it's quite surprising what's going on. First of all, the choice of venues is baffling for the practice matches. If you're having practice matches, it should be in the venues where World Cup matches are going to take place. Why keep practice matches in venues where the World Cup will not take place? That is a big question.
Yeah, he's saying that Rohit Sharma press conference is scripted. Do you think, Rahul, Rohit Sharma press conference is scripted already?
I don't think Rohit Sharma's press conference is scripted at all. Mm, I mean, I wouldn't like to suspect so, but he's just making statements, some random statements himself. I don't think anyone has scripted this for him.
Yeah, yeah, we will talk about both the practice match in detail. But when it comes to Australia versus Pakistan, of course, entertaining game. Those who watch the game actually likes that game also. But Rahul, what do you think about Pakistan playing 11 again? Usama Mir again, good bowling performance, 2 wickets. Do you think that Usama Mir he's shown some intent to bat also? Well, Nawaz is better than him today in the 50, 50 runs, 1 wicket. So Rahul, do you think Usama Mir have any place? Because I think for pace battery, Pakistan is flop in terms of pace.
I don't see a place for Osama Mir in this playing 11. I think there are other players who are Shadab Khan and Mohammad Nawaz have more experience. I would prefer them honestly over Aga Salman and Saud Shakil as well.
Yeah. But when we talk about Shadab Khan, or Rahul, what do you think about this player? This player can give something to Pakistan, or he can only bat? Because I don't think Babar Shadab Khan has something in his bowling that batsman can miss it, and he will take the wickets. I think when batsmen have some mistake, then might be he will get a wicket. He is a good T20 bowler, but it is not an ODI bowler, I guess. Shadab Khan.
Perhaps he isn't good at ODI cricket, but you still have to back his abilities. He is capable of taking wickets, even if he doesn't contain runs. So that has to be kept in mind.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Vinay is saying whose match is tomorrow? I will not wake up. Ah, okay. It's okay. Don't wake up. It is Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan. Yeah.
Hmm?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It is talking about World Cup now. Yeah. We will also talk about World Cup. But now, next practice game, Rahul. What happens to Sri Lanka now? I am asking. Shanaka rest. Okay. I don't know why he is resting. He is not in a great form. There was only Kushal Mendes. When Kushal Mendes was batting, what I was thinking that Sri Lanka can make 400. Okay, at that time he was actually the run rate was around eight. Around eight there was run rate. But what happened suddenly after crossing 150 mark when Kushal Mendes decided to rest a team all out in 294. So what you will say about Sri Lanka, Rahul, that no one is there to play except Nishanka and Kushal Mendes?
It's a very disappointing batting collapse from Sri Lanka, to be honest.
Because
At
in
the end,
practice game you have liberty to take maximum number of batsmen, and I think each and every batsman getting at least 20 to 25 balls still.
yeah, absolutely. And they were like 257 for two, in fact, and they collapsed to 294 all out.
Yeah,
So, and they lost wickets to Mohammad Nabi. So, this is the second time now that Sri Lanka has had a collapse in as many warm up matches. So,
yeah,
I think them and Pakistan, they're the only two teams that have lost both of their knockout matches and are going into the World Cup now. So, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the World Cup. I know warm up matches don't give a full indication of things, but definitely show you what can happen in the World Cup. So it's a little bit of a worry for Sri Lanka that they've lost warm up matches, and that too, they didn't have very tough warm up fixtures. Bangladesh and Afghanistan, these are definitely winnable matches. At least they should have been able to win one of these matches. But yeah, their lower order is a bit of a concern. Now, let's not forget they were bowled out for 50 in the Asia Cup final against India,
Yes, yes,
and now they've had this collapse. So uh, that 50 all out can definitely be playing on their heads.
yes.
It
And
is
I
it is a mental scar.
and if we talk about Afghanistan again, a centurion, Gurbaz as usual. Uh, So I think this will definitely boost the confidence to this Afghanistan team. Unfortunate for them that first game was wash out, but in next game, finally they chase the target. That will definitely boost the confidence of this Afghanistan team. Mohammad Nabi 4 wickets, century from Gurbaz, Rahmat Shah 90 plus. So I think Afghanistan is ready almost. I don't see anything, any issues in this team as of now. I think so.
No, hardly any issues in the team. The playing 11 is going to be more or less straightforward for Afghanistan in this tournament.
Okay, tell me you're playing 11, Rahul, for Afghanistan team.
Yeah, I think it is going to be Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran opening the batting. Wait, I've written it down somewhere. I have it. I have noted it.
Yeah,
Hold on.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be Rehmanullah Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran opening the batting with Gurbaz being the wicket keeper. Then Hashmatullah Shahidi at one down,
Okay.
right? And Najibullah Zadran, Mohammad Nabi, Rahmat
Where
Shah.
is Ram? Okay, you are putting Rahmat Shah lower down the order,
Yeah,
basically.
lower down the order, a little bit lower down. Rahmat Shah, Rashid Khan, Mujibur Rahman, Fazalak Faruqi, and Naveenul Haq. And then it'll be a toss up between Abdul Rahman and Noor Ahmad, depending on the conditions.
Okay. But in my playing 11, I am putting Rahmat Shah at number 3. Original playing 11 also they are putting Rahmat Shah at number 3 because I think Rahmat Shah is your dependable batsman. You can
Yeah,
say
I might have mixed up
classic.
Shahidi and Rahmat
Yeah.
Shah. If I'm not
Yes,
wrong, I
yes.
might have.
Shahidi is your number 4. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Shahidi at number four. Sorry, correct. That's incorrect. Shahidi should be number four, and Rahmat Shah, I think, is number three. If I'm not wrong, I just want to make sure to avoid any mix-up.
Yeah,
Mm,
okay. So within 48 hours, the World Cup will start. But I don't know why others are putting Afghanistan, Bangladesh out of this contest. I guess if Afghanistan team playing in that level means a level of cricket they are playing since 2 3 months, especially Gurbaz, Rahmat Shah, Nazibullah Jadran, uh, their captain Hasnullah Shahidi, Nabi, Mujibur Rahman, Rashid Khan. If all players click in a same game, despite of any opponent is there, even against Australia, I think this team can nervous anyone if they play in their potential. I
yeah,
guess.
Afghanistan is definitely capable of a couple of upsets in this tournament. They may not go to the semi-final. It's hard to see them going to the semi-final, but they are capable of a few upsets in this tournament. So our second match after the match against Australia is against Afghanistan in New Delhi. We shouldn't take that lightly.
Yes, and big thing is there that in India versus Afghanistan match there is a due, so due will play a major factor there. Means Afghanistan don't want to bowl at that time. I guess they will try to bat.
Yeah, they will definitely try to bat. They might choose to bowl first. You never know. And the Delhi pitch, it's very unpredictable. You never know when it'll be a batting paradise, a spin paradise, or a pace paradise. But given they're playing in October, I do expect it to be more on the spin friendly side than the pace friendly side.
And I guess the first game of this Afghanistan team is Bangladesh. So that is also a good game. Bangladesh versus Afghanistan in
It's going to
Dharamshala.
be an interesting one. Two subcontinent sides in pace friendly conditions.
Yes.
but both teams have fairly decent pace bowling attacks. Let's be very
Yeah.
honest.
Naveen Ullah and Fazilak Faruqi versus Shariful Islam, Mustafizur Rahman, and Taskeen Ahmed.
Yes, absolutely. So I think for that's a match where Afghanistan might consider, like I said, Abdul Rahman over Noor Ahmad. They
Well, well,
Yeah,
I guess in this traveling reserve player should be there. Uh, that player, Gulabuddin Naib. Actually, Gulabuddin Naib will be good fast bowler in this time.
well, we do see Gulbadir Naib is currently with the Afghanistan team in the Asian Games,
Yeah,
as we just
might
saw.
be he
So
will come.
yeah,
Might
maybe
be
he might come. The Asian Games gets over on the 8th, and I think Afghanistan's first match, if I'm not wrong, I think it could
season
be
7.
October 7th. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, is an also reserve also. So let's see what will happen. But yes, good game for Afghanistan today, and finally got some confidence. Bad luck for Sri Lanka. I don't know. Sorry, Pawan, if you are watching this channel, but I guess Sri Lanka is not in a great touch, except Kushal Mendes.
yeah, they definitely have to do something about their both
First
batting
batting
and
lineup
bowling leaves a
and then
lot to be
bowling.
desired. Both matches, the batting and bowling has left a lot to be desired for Sri Lanka. And like we have been discussing in previous videos, it could be uh, the 50 all out. They're a little, maybe a bit rattled by that. Um, I mean, that is a psychological blow. And maybe Pakistan as well, from their performance in the Asia Cup. It's kind of spilling over into the World Cup as well across two practice matches. Uh,
Yes.
of course, their batting has been in good touch, but bowling has gone off the rails a little bit since ever since India scored 356 against them in that group match.
Yeah, of course. So Rahul, if we talk about all the practice games, every team have tried their combination. But don't you think that Australia is a little bit concerned? Concern in that means they are thinking that they have missed one spinner. Might be in place of Aston Agar. Tanveer Sangha can be in your World Cup squad. Can be because you need 10 fifth bowler and fifth bowler you can't say that Maxwell in every match give you 2 3 wickets. That is also true.
I think it's going to be a little bit challenging to ask Tanvir Sangha to enter the playing 11, because the question arises then, who does he play in place of? And that is a big question. And Tanvir Sangha is not an all rounder, he's a pure bowler.
Yeah,
So it's going to be, you'd have to probably sit down Stark or Hazelwood if you're willing to bring in Tanvir Sangha. And I don't think
I think
Australia
might
would
be you
like to
can
do that.
drop Green. Might be Green or Stoinis can be dropped.
I don't see Green even making the primary playing 11, in my opinion. Cameron Green wouldn't be my first choice. There are better, Mitchell Marsh
Stoinis.
and Glenn Maxwell, and even Marcus Stoinis are better all rounders. Even Marcus Stoinis, as a matter of fact, wouldn't be in my first choice playing 11. I would start with the Warner and Head if he comes back from injury. Then I'd start with the Travis Head if Head is fit. Then Steve Smith, Labuschagne, Mitchell Marsh, Glenn Maxwell, Alex Carey, um, Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins, Josh Hazelwood, and Adam Zampa. This would be my lineup. I would trust Maxwell to bowl 10 overs. If he's not doing well, he's going for runs or not getting wickets, we can then we'd have
Labuschagne.
to give it to either Labuschagne or even Mitchell Marsh can come and bowl.
Yeah, Michel Marsh, Marcus Stoinis can bowl. But in Chennai, I guess Rahul Maxwell has to perform. Maxwell or Labuschagne has to share the overs in Chennai.
Zampa and Maxwell in. I mean, Zampa and Max. I would. My primary plan would be to give Zampa and Maxwell 20 overs. I would want to get 20, all 20 overs out of those two. At least Adam Zampa should bowl 10 overs. That would be etched in stone, in my opinion. If Maxwell is not performing, he's going for runs maybe in his first 3 or 4 overs. Then I would bring in Marnus Labuschagne to bowl.
Yeah, of course. So this is Australia team, but I am really surprised when I see the Aston Agar is replacing by Manas Labuschagne. So by today's bowling lineup, also I guess Labuschagne and Maxwell has to manage the fifth bowling quota. I guess they
Yeah, they
have to
will
manage.
have to manage that. And going forward in the tournament, in pace friendly conditions, maybe you can forget Maxwell bowling. You can have Mitchell Marsh being the fifth bowler for
Yeah, Michel
Australia.
Mars, Stoinis both can bowl.
Uh,
The-
I'm not sure where Marcus Stoinis will fit in the playing 11. That is my doubt, because you're not going to replace. Who will he replace? In my opinion, I don't think you can replace Marnus Labuschagne with Marcus Stoinis. While Stoinis may be a better bowler, Stoinis has been kind of a liability in terms of batting abilities, while Marnus Labuschagne has been in very good form. You can't leave out Glenn Maxwell, obviously, because even if Glenn Maxwell doesn't bowl for you, he's a finisher for Australia. He's their primary finisher. You can't leave out Glenn Maxwell. Adam Zampa is your frontline spinner. You can't replace him with Marcus Stoinis, in my opinion. It would again then have to come down to either leaving out Stark or Hazelwood, but again, that would weaken Australia's bowling attack, because I think regardless of the pitch, even on a turning wicket, Australia would want Stark, Hazelwood, and Cummins to be in the playing 11 and bowl 30 overs. That would
uh,
be the my strategy if I were Australian team.
Yeah, of course. But when we talk about this Australian team, when I make a playing 11, I think 1, 2, 3, 4 is your Warner, Marsh, Smith, Labuschagne. Number 5 is your Maxwell or your wicketkeeper, maybe Alex Carey or Maxwell, 5 or 6. Number 7, if I put number 7 is your Stoinis, then 8, 9, 10, 11. Three fast bowler and one spinner is your Jampa. In that way, I am making a playing 11. Then might be Stoinis or Green, anyone can play in that place.
I Neither Stoinis nor Green have done too well in ODIs in recent times, but between Stoinis and Green, I'd probably prefer Marcus Stoinis.
Yeah, I think Marcus Stoinis will be there.
If
But
Travis Head is not fit, there is even the option of opening with Josh Inglis, although I'm not sure how good English would be, but better to open with Mitchell Marsh itself. If Travis Head is not fit, better to open with Mitchell Marsh itself, and you can bring in Marcus Stoinis to bat after Maxwell or even after Alex Carey.
yeah, but Rahul, when I see the today's game of Maxwell, Maxwell reverse sweep shots of boundaries, and I think Maxwell has announced his arrival in World Cup. I guess after today's game, I think Maxwell is in original form now. Because he was in starting 21 balls he was less than 100 strike rate, but when he was on his rhythm, when he started reverse sweep, Maxwell was looking very different suddenly.
Yeah, absolutely. He played like the Maxwell of old today.
Yeah, so I think Rahul, don't you think that how a player can play that reverse sweep shot regular intervals? I think Maxwell is different from others in that way, back to
Uh,
back reverse sweep
to be
shot.
frank, generally speaking, a reverse sweep is an unorthodox shot in cricket. But
Yeah,
for Maxwell, it's like bread and butter for him.
Yeah.
It's like
Even David Warner started against Ashwin, but he was unpredictable for
yeah,
Ashwin.
for I mean, for a player like Sachin Tendulkar, maybe a square cut or a cover drive would be his bread and butter shot.
Yeah.
But and for Virat Kohli, the same thing. A cover drive would probably be his bread and butter. But for Glenn Maxwell, bread and butter is reverse sweep, which is unusual. You don't. While unorthodox shots have been very common in this day and age, for not many batsmen have that as their bread and butter stroke.
Yeah, of course. So Maxwell is looking great. This is good news for Australia that by bowling in the first match, by bowling 4 wickets, and now by batting, Maxwell is ready for
Yes.
Australia.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so okay, Rahul, your top four: Australia, India, England. Yeah, putting
Okay,
England.
so I think for Australia, I've already made it pretty clear. If a head is fit, then it'll be Warner, Head, Smith, and Labuschagne. If a head is not fit, it'll be Warner, Marsh, Smith, and Labuschagne. For India, it should be Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, and whom? Yeah, Shreyas Iyer. Yes,
Yeah,
I shouldn't forget. For England, David Malan, Johnny Bairstow, Joe Root, and Ben Stokes would be my number four batsman.
yeah. Yeah, of course. So let's see what type of game should be there. So game will be day after tomorrow. New Zealand versus England. Well, we have some talk about that also. When we analyze the series of New Zealand versus England, do you think, Rahul, that New Zealand is looking rusty against this England team? England team is quite good.
Yes, England is a pretty good team right now. I think they're looking better on paper than New Zealand, but this match could be a little bit different now. I New Zealand has since that series against England, they won two ODIs against Bangladesh. They've won both their practice matches, and they're coming into this tournament on a four-match winning streak. I know practice matches don't count for official purposes, but New Zealand has a little more confidence now. If New Zealand were to go from that series loss against England and come straight to the World Cup, you would definitely say that England has some kind of advantage, which I still think they do. But given what New Zealand has done since then, I think it's a little bit less right
Yeah,
now. I think perhaps I would give it 60-40 in England's favor. To be
yeah,
frank, uh, all those players for England, that series against New Zealand was their last bit of cricket action before the World Cup. So they're coming straight. There was a series against Ireland, but England didn't field their World Cup players for that series against Ireland. And in any event, two of those matches were washed out. So really, New Zealand has had a little more extra practice coming into this tournament. So uh, while England is a favorite, it's not going to be easy for England against New Zealand in Ahmedabad. I feel that match can go either way. I would probably give it 60-40 in England's favor.
yeah, of course. Okay, if we talk about the World Cup preparation of other teams, South Africa, Rahul, if we talk about South Africa, do you think that their bowling is quite problem? Means which fast bowler you are going with? Rabada, Lungi Nagidi, who is your third fast bowler? Marco Jensen or Coetzee?
It's going to be an interesting one, but I think, yeah, definitely it's going to be Marco Janssen. Marco Janssen, I think one way or the other will be in the
Felix
squad.
Vayo is also option. Felix
Hmm?
Vayo, okay. Felix Vayo. Um, okay.
Feluquayo, yes, but I would prefer Marco Janssen in the squad. I'm more impressed by Gerald Ketsi than Feluquayo, to be
Yeah,
honest. But I feel like it should be a switch between Keshav Maharaj and Gerald Khetsi, depending on the conditions. If it's a spin friendly conditions, I would include Keshav Maharaj. If not, then Gerald Khetsi.
yeah. Okay. Okay, now come to Netherlands. Rahul, unlucky for this team. Both the matches are wash out. And
Even more
already, I think,
unlucky for Team India, to be frank. At least Netherlands, they played some cricket against Australia, and even restricted Australia to 166 in their 23 overs. Uh, India is very unfortunate. We didn't even get to play any cricket at all against England or Netherlands.
well, initial prediction in my video, Rahul, you told me that might be 2-3 matches can be won by this Netherlands team. But after this practice, this type of practice, do you think Netherlands is going to win a single match in this World Cup? Means single game. I am very doubt about it. Really.
I don't know if I said they'll win 2 or 3 matches. I might have said that about some other team,
Yeah.
perhaps maybe Afghanistan. I might have said that about Afghanistan. For Netherlands, no, I don't think they're going to win 2 or 3 matches. I think that's I think expecting too much.
Yeah.
We should be happy with Netherlands if they even win one match. In my opinion, if Netherlands wins one
Because
match,
their first game is very difficult.
we should be
Pakistan.
very happy.
Pakistan is in Hyderabad. He is ready to hunt this
To
game.
be frank, every match is going to be difficult for Netherlands. They're. I don't want to put this negatively, but I'll say they're the 10th best team in this tournament. So
Yeah,
they're an easy 10th best team in this tournament. Nobody expects anything from them, to be frank. I will be surprised if they will manage to win one match. In my opinion, yeah, they defeated South Africa last year in the T20 World Cup, but that is T20 cricket. ODI cricket, it's a different beast. I don't see Netherlands winning any match in this World Cup. I'm sorry to say, they might win one. They even that one match winning is maybe not.
against Afghanistan or Bangladesh, maybe.
Yeah, could be against Afghanistan or Bangladesh. Yeah. But even Bangladesh very doubtful. Probably, I mean, their best chance of winning a match is against Afghanistan. If you want me to
Probably
be even
South
honest.
Africa too. Probably South Africa because of Wonder Merv. Might be.
Maybe, well, Vandermeer does know a lot about South African team. He has played for South Africa before, but
Yes, in
it's going to
that
be
way.
tough overall. South Africa is a decent team. They did come back from 2-0 down to win that series against Australia,
Australia.
so we cannot take them for granted. We definitely cannot take them for granted. But it's a little bit confusing to see what kind of team. I mean, I did look at all the squads one day, and I'm finding it hard to pick a playing 11 for Netherlands, to be honest. But I think Max O'Dowd and Vikramjit Singh will open the batting. I think that is for sure, and maybe Teja Nidamanuru at one down. We can expect that.
Yeah. Best Delide is also played one down in ODIs actually
Yeah.
as an
So
all rounder.
yeah, so we'd probably there'd probably be Colin Ackerman, Bas de Lead as well in the team. Scott Edwards, obviously, Scott Edwards is the captain and wicketkeeper as well, so you can't leave him out. Then, Roloff Vandermeer, I think you must choose him because he has played for a test playing nation like South Africa. You can't ignore that. Then uh, among bowlers, Logan Van Beek, uh, Paul Van Meekeren, and one between like Ryan Klein or both of them. In fact, Ryan Klein
Siraz.
and Aryan Dutt.
Siraz Ahmed.
Oh yes, Shariz Ahmed. You can't leave him out. So either Ryan Klein or Aryan Dutt, one of these two you can choose. So this would probably be the playing 11 for Netherlands. To be frank, Netherlands is a little bit of the unknown. With all the other teams, you can be more or less certain of what who is going to play for them. With Netherlands, it's a little bit challenging. It's a little more unknown.
Yeah, of course. Okay, my next question, Rahul. When we see Markram in this team in South Africa, do you think Markram deserves to be a get a bowling option for South Africa if there is some, suppose there is a spin condition, whether in Delhi or Lucknow? Do you think Markram gives you some bowling option? Because I don't think he's that type economical bowler in practice games, especially. He took the ball, but not
To
too
be
impressive.
frank, Aiden Markram is just a backup bowler, in my opinion. You can't expect too many wickets from him. Another thing point I want to say is that you shouldn't go by look too much into the practice matches, because except for Pakistan's games in Hyderabad, all the other practice matches were either in Trivandrum or in Guwahati,
Yeah.
which are not going to be World Cup venues. So conditions will be a lot different in uh, the World Cup matches in the other venues. Perhaps Trivandrum and Guwahati are not really the most spin friendly venues, especially Guwahati, in my opinion.
Yes, Guwahati is a type
Aiden
of flight.
Markram, to be frank, he has a much better chance of getting wickets if he bowls in Lucknow or in New Delhi than if he bowls in Guwahati, Trivandrum, or in South Africa.
Yeah, of course. Okay, there is also a good discussion about Kuldeep Yadav and Tabriz Samsi. Rahul, can you tell me that what is happening that we see Tabriz Shamsi, all one can play Shamsi very easily. But when it comes to Kuldeep Yadav, no one plays him. What is the difference between those two bowlers, Shamsi and Kuldeep Yadav?
It's hard to tell the difference. They have similar action, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but why Kuldeep Yadav is unpredictable? Shamsi is predictable. Something
That's a
different.
very good question. There must be something in Kuldeep Yadav's bowling, maybe some guidance or something.
I think there might be a speed issue. Might be speed of the ball.
One thing, Kuldeep Yadav bowls very slowly. That is,
Yeah,
I think, a big difference compared to Shamsi. Most spin bowlers who bowl from Sena countries are used to bowl at faster speeds compared to spin bowlers of the subcontinent. And because in their pitches you kind of need a little bit of speed on those pitches as well. You can't expect in Sena pitches to beat the batsman only on turn. You need to have some to bowl a little bit fast and have a few balls skid on to the batsman's pads as well. You need to have that element of surprise. Whereas in the
yeah,
subcontinent, you don't have to bowl fast, and sometimes if you bowl too fast, you may not get the spin, even if there is spin in the track. I think that is a big difference.
yeah. Okay, so today is the last day. We are talking about all the teams. From tomorrow, we will talk match wise, which means match wise according to ground. Which player can play is best in the playing 11. From tomorrow, we will start from England, New Zealand. But Rahul, when it comes to playing 11 of Team India, people are talking about Ashwin and Kuldeep Yadav and Jadeja. But when I personally see Ashwin, Ashwin is your another skillful bowler. He can gives you off spin bowling option, cutter. I think so. Carom ball is advantage of Ashwin that I think 90% wickets he has taken from carom ball. Means if he use carom ball, 90% he get the wickets. 10% is there that he got a runs. So do you think Rahul in our squad, skillful spinner is R Ashwin as of now?
Yes, absolutely. One thing with Ashwin, you'll see no spinner. There are not many players who analyze the game and analyze a batsman's game as much as Ashwin does. Nobody does as much preparation for a game as Ashwin does. Ashwin does a lot of preparation for a game. He studies batsmen very well, uh, and devises a plan over how he will tackle them.
Yeah, and a few legends are saying that we should use Surya Kumar Yadav as a special weapon. In Hindi, we say Brahmastra, right?
Yes.
But where Rahul? Where? According to you, where Surya Kumar Yadav will play? Because already Ishan Kishan is in that place that we can't play with Ishan Kishan already. So where Surya Kumar Yadav
It's
can play?
going to be very tough. I think Surya Kumar Yadav will have, unfortunately, in spite of two half centuries against Australia in the recent series, I think the only place uh, for him will be on the bench. To be honest,
Yeah.
that's really the only place for Surya Kumar Yadav. If he's in the playing 11, if he's in the playing 11, it'll have to be number 5. That's the lowest you can have Surya Kumar Yadav, because you have Hardik Pandya and Jadeja batting down the order. And in spite of Jadeja's form, we need him with the bat. We still
And
need
big
him
thing is also
bowling the
there.
bowling.
Who is your keeper? Big thing is also there because you can't drop Shreyas Iyer. Then keeper will be there.
Well, it'll
That
have
is
to be KL Rahul, in my opinion, because of his batting, and KL Rahul can keep wickets. To be frank, although he may not be what to say, a natural wicket keeper, but we're willing to take the gamble and say that he will give runs for the team, so we can over, even if he's not the greatest wicket keeper, even if he's not MS Dhoni level wicket keeper, that's okay.
I think he's far. MS Dhoni is far ahead from him. Far, far, far.
Yes.
I think he is not equal to Rishabh Pant also. I think
No,
Rishabh
no, no,
Pant
no.
is on
No,
top of
KL
the.
Rahul is not a natural wicket keeper at all. I'll admit that, but the team is okay with that if he can contribute runs. The game has changed a little bit, so there is, and this is not Test match cricket. This is one day white ball cricket. In white ball cricket, you don't need a specialist wicket keeper, to be frank. So KL Rahul makes it.
Yeah. Okay. So two straight question. Last question of this video. Rahul. Suppose in 9 matches, first 5 games, Jadeja fails. Do you think that there will be a straight chance of Ashwin to play in place of Jadeja? Because we know that Ashwin and Shardul Thakur will be replaced according to condition. They are going to be rotated. Ashwin is not going to play each and every game, but we see the downfall of Jadeja this year. Do you think that India don't see the name fame? You should go with a form, current form. Do you think this should be there? Means according to you, I know in India it is impossible, but
Yes.
do you think it can be possible? Means you should do after 5 matches when it is
To
going to
be frank,
qualification
I
scenario.
don't think you can have a thing like after 5 matches. Even if for 5 matches, it depends on where the team is after five
Yeah,
matches in the tournament. I don't think you can. If Jadeja has maybe performed in 1 or 2 matches, you can still keep him and hope that he will step up later in the tournament. You only have to take a call if like Jadeja's not performing at all in any match. Every match he's going for runs and he's not played even a single good innings with the bat. Then you can consider dropping him from the team. But you have to take a call. Then also, it's not just his performances. It depends on how the team is doing, because we are talking about 5 matches, right? So after 5 matches would be after the match in Dharamshala against New Zealand.
yeah.
So the next match, it's going to be hard to really drop Jadeja for a match in Lucknow. The sixth match that India is playing is against England in Lucknow. It's going to be very
I
hard
think
to.
in Lucknow, Ashwin is your good option also
In fact,
because Ashwin is preparing
Lucknow
for
is a kind of
leg
pitch where
test.
you should be probably having Ashwin, Jadeja, and Kuldeep Yadav in the playing
Yeah.
11. That it's that kind of pitch. I would argue, even in Mumbai or perhaps in Kolkata as well, we can probably expect Kolkata to become spin friendly by November. You never know. Um, to be frank, you can't between Ashwin and Jadeja. You in the match in Bangalore, you have to choose only one. In my opinion, I know it's against Netherlands, but Chinnaswamy Stadium, uh, you can't. You need to try more with pace bowling compared to spin, because spin bowlers will be easier to hit in a small ground.
Yeah, actually, we have 4 pacers, actually, including
Yeah.
Shardul Thakur, Shami, Siraj, Bumrah.
I'm not
If
really
you
a
try.
fan of the team preferring Shardul Thakur over Mohammad Shami, in my opinion. I don't
Yeah,
understand that move. It's okay if you have four tail enders. In my opinion, if you have a strong bowling attack and bowlers that can get you 10 wickets in a match and bowl the opponents out cheaply, you won't need batting until number 8.
yeah. Okay, okay, sir. Rahul, any special preparation for World Cup? Anything special?
Special meaning?
Means arrangement that where you are going to watch the matches, because I get some comment from your country, means from your country they don't know where they have to watch. In India all are knowing
In
that in Hotstar it
US
is
it's
free of
Sling
cost.
TV. Well, it's going to be on Sling TV, so there isn't any confusion for me. I don't need to do anything special. I just before each day I need to remember to turn on the record button, record the matches, because unfortunately most of these matches will be beginning early morning for me. It'll be during my
Yes.
sleeping hours, so I'll probably miss the first half of most of the matches. Second innings will begin as I'm waking up. I can catch that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. And from tomorrow we will start talking about the match one, that is really interesting, England versus New Zealand in Ahmedabad, seven pitches in the same ground.
It's a rematch of the last World Cup final. To be
Yeah.
honest, the last World Cup match to be played in the ODI World Cup was England versus New Zealand, the famous final in Lords. So that match will repeat itself in Ahmedabad.
Okay, Rahul, apart from Team India, which match you are waiting for in the World Cup, that yes, I want to watch this match? Because I have some matches list also.
Oh, that's a very good question. To be frank, I think some interesting matches will be perhaps Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. I'll start with Asia. Well, let's
Yeah,
start with Asia. Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh, because they have a little bit of a rivalry going as well. Then, yeah, let's go with the traditional rivalry from Test cricket: Australia versus England. That is
yeah,
that is also in Ahmedabad, by the way. Australia, England. Then I would go with Australia, New Zealand as well. That is also a
yeah,
little bit of a rivalry. They're also two neighbors. Yes, it's not India versus Pakistan like, but it is still something to look at. And then, oh, I shouldn't forget one more match in Asia. How about Pakistan versus Afghanistan in Chennai? Hopefully,
yeah,
hopefully the Chepauk Stadium stays in one piece after the match. We know what has happened often after Pakistan versus Afghanistan matches in terms of the crowds. So hopefully the Chepauk Stadium it'll stay in one place, in one piece after the match. We won't see Afghanistan fans throwing chairs or anything after the match, if you know what I mean. So that'll
yeah.
be a bit of a spicy fixture as well. Mm,
I think
and
in that way, India's security is good. In that way.
yeah, well, security is good in India, but you never know. There was an incident in England. Incident happened in Sharjah also,
Yeah.
so you never know. I'm trying to think of another match that might be, a must watch. Although I feel that way about all the matches, to be honest. But uh, who knows? I think maybe New Zealand versus South Africa could be very interesting, because they've produced a lot of classic matches. New Zealand has, what to say, often really stopped the South African party many times in ICC events. So that'll be pretty interesting to see if South Africa gets revenge. New Zealand even defeated South Africa in the practice matches, so even more interest in that game.
Actually, I am waiting for Australia versus New Zealand, Australia versus South Africa in that way, because in ODI history, highest run getter is, means highest chase is South African team that was against Australia. So remembering that battle, I will see that match. For me, Australia versus Pakistan, Australia versus New Zealand, and another game, South Africa versus Pakistan. This is also good rivalry in World Cup. South Africa versus Pakistan. I'm waiting for
Y-
that match also.
Yes, definitely. As a matter of fact, until the 2015 World Cup, if I'm not wrong, South Africa never lost to Pakistan in the World Cup.
Yes.
But then Pakistan defeated South Africa in the 2015 as well as in the 2019 World Cup. So back to back World Cups, they defeated South Africa. So yeah, I was going to say India versus Pakistan, but then you asked me about non-India matches.
Yes,
So
non-India matches.
yes,
That is
you're
a good thing.
asking me about non-India matches. So yeah, pretty good. I might even say New Zealand versus Bangladesh. I mean, a bit of Chennai bias over there, but New Zealand versus Bangladesh or New Zealand against Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Those matches can be pretty interesting as well. They might really be crucial ones in terms of the semi-final race, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course. So, nice talking with you, Rahul, and
Yes,
have a
absolutely.
great World Cup. And let's hope that we all Indians try to make this World Cup very special, especially in this channel also. So, guys, I hope you will enjoy the World Cup, and we will try to add something like quiz or something there, something good discussion
So
about all the players
mm,
might be.
yeah, hopefully this World Cup will end with India winning the trophy as well. I think we've not won an ICC event for 10 years, so and now we have a 50 over World Cup at home. I think this is India's best chance to break the drought, in my
Yeah.
opinion. If we don't really do it here, we might go much longer without winning an ICC tournament because we won't get a better chance than this, to be honest.
And this is also honest that if India don't win the World Cup, Rohit Sharma should take the retirement. This is also a statement.
To be frank, Rohit Sharma should retire from ODI even if we win the World Cup. I'll go on to say that. I mean, seriously, if you won the ODI World Cup, what more do you need? To be frank, this would be a good time to retire. It would be great for Rohit Sharma to retire, saying he lifted the ODI World Cup. That's another way of looking at it. And good, always good to retire when you're at the top. It's same reason why I say Dhoni should retire from IPL now because CSK won the trophy this year. Same logic.
Yeah, of course. And I think Rituraj Gaikwad is ready to take a captaincy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so we
Let's
will
see
have
if
a great.
India wins the gold medal under his captaincy in this tournament. Let's see.
Then he will be a contender of CSK captaincy.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All
So
right.
thank you very much, Rahul, and we will meet tomorrow. We'll talk about match one. What playing 11 should be there. We will have a detailed discussion. So
Going
thank
to be
you.
very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. So thank you very much, guys. Those who watch my channel regular interval, just come and enjoy it and give you suggestions. Also, that is also good. Then we will try to make something best. And I want that there must be a quiz competition related to World Cup that makes a thing really interesting. Yeah. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you. Thank you, Gurang.
Goodbye and good night, guys. Subscribe KFCS.